coming in for a landing in your body, in sensation, what it feels like to be you today on the planet. And if possible, let go of all the stories that surround that and land in actual sensation, in phenomenological sensation of being here right now. Let me just do the little doodad that I need to do to make sure this goes to all the right places, which is really nowhere but to you in your home. Um, okay. We are going to start with just standing. We're going to do a couple things here. And I don't have my camera. I have this is just my in-house in-computer camera because I think it might actually be better than the special one that isn't very special. So we're going to start here, standing on your legs. Take just a little bounce and shake. Make some noise. Let out some stress. Let out some stuckness. Free up the flow in your body just by shaking, bouncing, moving, making some sound. So if we want to tune more into sort of the sensational level, the vibrational level, the energetic level of being, it helps to move, to let go of like whatever kind of blocks we have against it and just let ourselves attune to the aliveness of our body, right? We are alive. We're alive until the very end. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. I was telling my Zoom room that I have been memorizing poetry, and it's actually a beautiful thing to do because it like takes you into the words and somewhat another time. Anyway, I highly recommend it. Let's just take some quick spirals, twisting. If spiraling hurts, then bring your body with it, right? If you're not ready for that, then don't spiral very much. Just fling the arms a little bit and take your torso with you. If spiraling feels okay, go for the big twist. Look around behind you. And then we're going to come in and we're just going to work with shifting our weight. So I'm coming so you can see my whole body. There I am in my door frame, the vertical plane. And I'm just going to shift my weight from side to side. And we can close our eyes if you feel okay about this. Try closing your eyes and feeling yourself shift from one leg to the other. If you feel like you can start to relax into this, as if you're pouring your body from one side to the other, you can try taking it onto one leg and picking up a foot, taking it to the other leg, picking up, trying it to see if you can come to do this with closed eyes. If you're not feeling safe, or if you're feeling wobbly, do it with open eyes. Pick up one foot, get a balance, pick up the other. But if you feel like, okay, I'm ready to challenge my balance a little bit with this weight shift, feel the feeling of the weight shift, and then see if you can pick up your leg. See if you know when you're completely there and have freedom to pick up that one leg. If you have sort of balance issues, you may just pick up your foot so just your toes are touching, right? Make this work for you. Shifting your weight, feeling in your body what it feels like to shift your weight onto one leg and then onto the other. I feel a little jittery today. Like I had coffee and I have, yeah, that extra coffee energy in my body. Shifting it to forward and backward. Now open your eyes first as we start and just shift your weight to the balls of your feet and then back towards your heels, rocking to the front and then rocking to the back. Feeling the organizational pattern that your body takes to move forward and back. Like, is there a part of your body that leads the way? I would say that for me, it's partly the push from my foot, but it's also my pelvis shifting. I feel my pelvis move forward in space and then move back, and my body's moving with it. So just feeling into that, shifting your weight forward and backward. As you're doing that, relax as much as possible. Make the movement as easy as possible. Eyes open. Once you feel like you got it with your eyes open, try eyes closed so that we really tune into sensation. Letting go of the picture of your body moving and tuning into the feeling of your body moving. So we're moving from concept into experience. the conceptual idea of how I move my body into the actual experience of how I move my body. And then come in and just turn your head from side to side with your eyes open. Look around the space, take in the space. I see Peapod coming in. Will she stay out of frame? She's been, yeah, there she is. She just wants to scratch on. Oh, no, she's going to have a little bit of attention. Hey, she's been she's been very naughty this morning, scratching on my mat. Cats love those mats. So when we turn our head gently from side to side, it doesn't have to be the hugest thing. We're taking in the information that we're safe. So from here, let's inhale up for 6 counts and then exhale down for 6 counts. So exhale everything out, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3. There she goes. 4, 5, 6. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One arm is going to go forward and the other arm goes to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it comes down. 2, just a little bit more to focus on. 4, 5, 6. Switch up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring it down. 2, 3. Try to hit the middle at 3, 5, 6. Changing arms up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to change it. You're going to inhale. Let's go up. Let's go inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3. Inhale. 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 Spiraling, opening to one side. Bring it back. 2, 3. Open up. 2, 3. Bring it back. 2, 3. Coming in. Circles with the shoulders, rib cage, lungs, and heart. So anytime we're breathing in that mode of the same amount of inhale and exhale, we're moving towards coherent breathing. Coherent breathing brings our nervous system into more coherence, meaning if our nervous system is coherent, our heartbeat, our digestion, our breath can regulate together. Change direction with your shoulders. Coherence means harmony within your body. The systems are working together, not against each other. And ideally, we start to move towards our mind and our heart and our gut body all being in accord, right? So we're not cutting off our wisdom at the neck or just going with the heart might not be a bad thing, but we want to make sure that we're in alignment with our integrity, with our intuition, with our heart, with our breath, with our thoughts. Let's take it down to the floor. Feel the difference of the air at the floor level. In my house, it's much cooler down here than it is when I'm standing up, so I can really feel that. Take a deep breath in, big sigh, exhale. One more big inhale away from the floor, and on the exhale, drop it down into the floor. You can wiggle, shake it out, whatever feels good to you. Let your weight land on the planet. Let's do this with arms and legs. You're going to inhale up and then exhale, let it come down. Inhale, reach for the heavens. Exhale, ground your energy through the soles of your feet, coming down to the ground. Inhale, up, exhale, drop it down. Inhale, and exhale, let it go. Let's knee drop from side to side, letting that massage through your butt, lower back, sacrum. What is your sacrum? It is the bones at the base of your spine that is kind of formulated into one bone If your vertebra kept on being split, there would be more down there. But below your lumbar is that little triangle of bone. That is your sacrum. Sacroiliac joint. That is where the big joints, the big bones of your pelvis join onto your sacrum, right? It's right in here. There's a lot of nerve coming out around that area, a lot of nerves coming down through your leg, sciatic nerve, right? So as we're massaging, we are softening the tissue. We are letting, if our sciatic nerve is kind of impinged or blocked in there, we're just giving it a little bit of freedom, a little bit of movement, not forcing it, but gently massaging it. Also, our piriformis is in there. So sometimes that hole, there's like piriformis syndrome where there's tightness and compression that's not happy. We want to get that moving, hydrating fluid moving through us, not just blocking up in one area, right? Not becoming stagnant or stuck, but free flowing. Let's take it a little deeper if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good to spiral, then roll with it. Roll onto one side and roll onto the other side. So you're still getting the massage, right? But if it feels good to spiral, it always feels good to spiral for me for many reasons. But with this one, it's particularly actually in my shoulders. They get a good massage as the leg is going across. Find your breath. Big breathing. Don't lock up your breath or don't breathe small, right? Don't make yourself small by taking little shallow breaths when you need more. Sometimes it's good to not breathe at our deepest, or it's always good to breathe deeply, but sometimes we don't want to be taking in the hugest breath. By deep, like breathe down into your body. Don't lock it up here. Get the breath down there. Let's press our pelvis up. But it doesn't always have to be huge volume breathing. Like when we're in a more relaxed state, sometimes the breath is a much lower volume, and that can be really relaxing. But we want it to move down in depth. Circling with your pelvis, mobilizing your spine, letting the little discs, little cushy marshmallow discs supporting your spine have a chance to readjust, change direction, go the other way. Let your head and shoulders be free. So as I'm doing this, I'm getting a massage through my upper traps. And let's come into center. Roll it down for a second, shake it out, let it go, and bring it back. My heels are going to be the same distance apart as my shoulders. So they're just a hair wider than my hips. If I put my hands down, my fingertips are touching the middle of my heels. I'm going to press up. From there, I'm going to walk my shoulders closer together, interlace my hands behind my butt, and I'm going to inhale, knees open, exhale, knees closed. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Getting the tissue in my legs, giving it the opportunity to turn in and to turn out, so that we are getting more three-dimensionality and movement through the fascia, the muscles, and the bones, the joints, as we're moving. Inhale to the outer edge of your foot, exhale, close. Touch. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open. So it's like a clamshell. If you do Pilates, this is like a clamshell, but you're in a totally different position. Open and close. And last one, open and close. Bring it into center. Press up higher. Open your hands. Roll it down through your spine all the way down. Like I totally felt that in my hips and butt, in my glutes. Legs up. Take a happy baby. Wiggle around in your happy baby. Free up the flow in your body. Roll, massage out your back. Let it go. Breathe. Sigh. And then lower your feet down. We're going to internally rotate. Feet are wider than my sticky mat here. Internally rotating one leg at a time. I'm going to take my arms up on the diagonal. So like in the V shape over my head. So I'm getting the stretch spiraling down on that diagonal. And then the other one. Breathing into it. And again, massaging out my lower back, my hips, sacroiliac, and where my sciatic nerve is coming out, routing out down here in my butt. through my legs. My buttock muscles is what I mean when I say in my butt. Let's take our legs straight down below, stretch all the way out, deep breath in, flex your feet. You're going to exhale, just coming up halfway and inhale, stretch and lengthen. Exhale, halfway up, inhale, open and reach. Exhale, rolling it up, curling halfway, inhale, open, exhale, inhale, open and lengthen. Neutral pelvis here. So I have a lumbar curve here. And then as I'm coming into my curl, it goes away, right? I curl through that lumbar. Coming up, inhale. Natural curve of the spine is there. And then I'm contracting and curling. Inhale, open, exhale. So what I'm saying is when I'm down here, I'm not trying to imprint my spine and keep it there. You can see, if I imprint my spine, you can see what happens here. It's fine if I'm moving through it, but I don't want to just hang out there. That kind of contracted position, we're already sitting in that so much of the time, right? So we want to have the opposite where we're opening out. We want to work a balance of really extended open position. This doesn't mean my ribs are way popping out. I'm still kind of neutral. Exhale up. We're going to spiral. Look, serve the sandwiches. Take it down. Inhale, open, exhale up. Spiral, palms up, palms down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stretch it out. Bring it up. Open it up. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. And take your hands behind your knees, roll back and forth. So this past weekend, Thursday and Friday, I had the pleasure of seeing college and community theater. One of them, I saw The Lightning Thief at Dutchess Community College, the Percy Jackson musical at Dutchess, which is still happening. There's a show tonight and then a Sunday matinee. And today is the 16th of November, 2024, just in case you're watching this on the replay. And then last night, I saw Sunset Boulevard at the Coach House Players, which is a little theater just up the hill from my house. I have to say, I love seeing musicals in community theater because there's not a high expectation. So anything that comes off well is a win, and anything that isn't great is forgivable. So there was a couple of really good actors actually in Sunset Boulevard, good singers. Percy Jackson also had some definite wins, but I thoroughly enjoyed both of them just because it's people trying to do something live with other people in the room. How often do we do that? Press up, pulsing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, and the Coach House Players have one person that plays piano through the whole thing. He's always the star of the show for me. Yeah, quite impressive. And the Percy Jackson, they had hired a pit orchestra. So they were all good musicians. Hands on your knees, circles with your legs. Being in the same room with other people, whether it's in a movement class or in a concert, live entertainment, is super healthy for our nervous systems. We're supposed to do that. Even a sports event, change direction. We are tribal community people, as you can tell. And then relax, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let's take our hands behind our head, one leg in, one leg out, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Relax down. Turn your head from side to side. Take a big yawn. Open up your body like a yawn, like hands opening up, arch your back. Didn't quite achieve the real full yawn, but Good. Release your jaw, relax your tongue. Let's just rub your hands together for 1 second. I'll talk you through it. You're just going to cup your hands, put them on your eyeballs, on your eyes. Your eyeballs, your eyes are closed. Feel the backspace in your body and invite your eyeballs just to sink back into your brain a little bit so that they're not bulging out, trying to take in the whole world, but they're having a break. Once you're in that position with the hands covering your eyes, just really slowly, gently look from side to side with your eyes closed. Doesn't have to be a big range of motion, really gentle and soft. And then up and down. Eyes stay closed, just a little movement up and down. Then you're going to take the diagonals, high right to low left, a couple of times, high left to low right, a couple of times. Relax. And then with your eyes closed, circle around in one direction and then circle around the other direction. And then just breathe for a minute. And again, let the eyeballs settle into your brain, settle into your skull, letting go, relax your jaw. We're just going to do a hum, one long exhale hum, and then inhale that in. Take a tiny breath hold. So my sound is going to go out the earplugs, I'm sure. So deep breath in and then hum for as long as it lasts. And then inhale again, have like a 5 to 10 second breath hold. You can let your hands come off your eyes and slowly release the exhale or the inhale wherever you are. So humming stimulates the production of nitric oxide. Let's roll from side to side as I explain this, rolling from one side to the other. Nitric oxide is a antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial molecule that we produce naturally in our own bodies. And when we hum and then we inhale back in, humming in the turbines of our nose produces more nitric oxide. Then we inhale that back in through our nose and that moves into our bloodstream. So it's very healthy for that. It also is a down regulator. Like when we're vibrating our head in a relaxed way with a hum, our vagus nerve is getting that information as well. Let's come in. We're going to open up into the shape of an X. So your X is like you're in a door frame. Let's cross elbow to knee, cross your body, touch at midline, coming up, stretching it out. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. If I was like teaching a somatics, like a real, like just somatic inquiry down regulation type thing, we would spend a lot of time with that, humming and just breathing in, holding it for a second, and then natural breaths. You can do it on your own. If you're feeling stressed out, spend some time with your breath, slowing down your exhale, coming into community with your body, in communion and community, right? Coming in with the natural resources that are you, the fluids, the vibration, the energy, the earth, the fire of your spirit, your aliveness, right? As long as we're alive, there's electrical currents moving through our bodies. Probably when we're decomposing, there are too, but let's come up, arm and leg straight, touching along the midline if possible, reaching it out. We need the sun, right? That's also that fire energy. Anger, fire energy. Love, fire energy. Good. And let's open up into our X. You're going to bend your elbow and knee on one side, sliding in, and then the other side. So it's just a baby crunch on one side. It's like you're listening to your ear. Little C curve in your spine, elbow and knee coming towards each other. Foot can come off the floor. Body half, right? So it's one side versus the other. Let's take the whole thing into a ball, rounding your spine, and then slide along the floor straight up and down like a pin. Exhale, pull it into a ball, open it wide like a book. Exhale into a ball, poke a hole through the ceiling, flex and point into a ball, slide it out into the X. Exhale up, inhale long like a pin. Exhale up, open it wide like a book. Exhale, poke a hole through the ceiling. Exhale, open it up. Exhale, stretch it long. Exhale, open it wide. Exhale, up, flex point. Exhale, back to your X. One more set. Into a ball, straight up and down. Exhale, open it wide. Inhale. Exhale, up to the ceiling, flex point. Pull it into a ball, slide it out on your X. Take one leg and just reach it across the other leg into a little spiral. Let it pull you part way as if you're going to flip over. Then reach with that same arm of that side of the body and bring it back. The other leg is going to pick up, cross over, take me into a spiral, pulling me. This hand is going to reach back and pull me back. My foot reaches across, spiraling. And then I pull back with my hand. If I had a lot of room, I could just keep rolling with this. But for now, I'm just going to do thing on my mat. Spiraling, spiraling, spiraling. That foot is pulling, 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 and then pulling back with the arm. One more time each side. Spiral. And then arm pulls back. Last one, spiral. Pull, pull, pull with your toes. Keep pulling, pulling, pulling. And then arm pulls back. All right. And let's go up. How do I want to do this? You're going to go up. You're going to take your one foot and arm underneath you onto the side of your body and come back. Press it up. The other foot, you're going onto the side of that leg. You're going onto that shoulder, reaching out, coming back, pressing up, dropping your arm and leg, reaching, bringing it in, pressing it up, arm and leg. Reach. If this hurts in your shoulder, here's the easier version. You just stay on the floor and pop your pelvis. Much easier, but not nearly as much fun. So you go drop the knee, this other knee stays high, you come onto that shoulder, you could reach that out. Come back in, press it up, drop the knee. I am pushing down with my bottom shoulder. So I'm not just all passive looping into the floor. I'm using this arm to push the floor away as I come onto that side. This is our last one. Press it up, roll it down. If you had a hard time with that exercise, happy baby, and you want to learn it, this is on YouTube. Rewind, watch it, take your time with it, pause, play with it, watch, slow it down, right? We want to learn how to do new coordinations in our body. Super healthy for us, right? Things that challenge ourselves. We don't just want to be these little automata that walk around doing all the things that we've learned when we were 5, right? We want to keep learning new tricks, keep the plasticity in our tissues and in our brain. All right, coming onto a side plank. You're going to have 2 choices. You could do this with your knees down or knees up. I'm going to circle the top arm, following my hand with my eyes, opening, crossing over, looking at my hand, circling in one direction, and then changing direction, circle the other way. Nice gradated rotation through the rotator cuff. Think of spiraling, humerus, upper arm bone spiraling into that socket. And come down, swing your legs around to the other side. Either here or here. Circles, following your hand with your eyes. And that means look at your hand. And then change direction. And come down. Back to your first side one more time. Let's come legs straight down below you. Flex both feet. You're going to turn out your top leg and then turn it in. Rotate out, rotate in. Legs are straight down below you. Turn it out, turn it in, turn it out, turn it in. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Good. Bring it in. Bend your knees like you're sitting in a chair. Knee comes up towards your shoulder. Reach it down. Take it a little bit back and bring it in. Up, out, down. Reach into the back space. Bring it in. Up, out, down. Reach into the back space. Bring it in. Lubricating up that hip socket. Greasing up the joint. Mobilizing your leg. Big, I don't even know what shape this is. Kind of a circle, kind of an oval, kind of a teardrop. Last one. We're going to change it for the reverse. Well, we're not going to go reverse. We're just going to kick back and reach forward. Going 1, 2, reach into the back space, reach forward. 3, 4, 5, 6, spiraling your body. 7, theme of the day. 8, 9, 10. Reach your leg out behind you, touch the floor and up. 1. There's that 2, belly button. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend it, quad stretch. Take your heel towards your butt. If you can't grab on, grab your sock, grab your pant leg, find some way to connect. You can internally and externally rotate from the hip socket a little bit. You can also try kicking your leg further back. And release. Roll over onto your back. Let's go really easy on this. You're just going to let your legs drop to one side and to the other. So your internal massage, very gentle. Sometimes we think of massage as really, oh, get in there, yeah. But this is so gentle, letting the tissue just adjust. Like what happens when somebody really pushes on you? Do you just let them in or do you push back? Tissue often pushes back. So it puts more tension in your body if you really try and force things, as opposed to letting it be easy and fluid. Sometimes that is helpful. Sometimes that works. But generally, forcing your body into stuff is going to be a little harsh on your body. Bring it in. And release. Legs up into the air. Shake it out. Roll yourself around and come to the other side while I try to remember what the whole thing is. Coming onto your side, legs are straight down below you, flex your feet, top leg comes up, turn it out and in. 1, we did 8, 2, really spiral in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it like you're sitting in a chair. Knee comes up, turns out, reaches down and then into the back space and in. Up, out, down, backwards and in. Up, out, down. You should feel like the different, like for me, I really feel not just in my leg, I also feel it in my front of my body, in my gut body, in my abs. I feel the different places. Like when I get back there, I can feel a good stretch across here. If I don't go all the way, I'm not getting that stretch. 4 more. Reach into the back space. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take the arm opposition, going 1, 2, really spiral. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it into the back space, touching down and up. 1, 2, 3. I really feel this across the front of my belly. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend it, quad stretch. If your knee is really high, try to bring it down so it's parallel to the floor. You can internally and externally rotate a little bit there. Try kicking it back. Release it, roll over onto your back, cross it over your ankle, starting with just the gentle drops from side to side, letting this really massage through your hips and lower back. Getting the tissue to soften, massaging it out. And then coming in, pick it up, breathe into that. Tune into your breath. And then release, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And let's flip over, coming onto our bellies on the mat. We're going to do a baby cobra. Lift up. Actually, let's lift hands and feet, reaching up and then slowly releasing down. Baby cobra, lift the legs, bring it down. So it's upper body and then lower body. Release it down. Upper body, lower body. And release. You might not go very high. That is okay. We still want to work on strengthening. This is strengthening your back. We want to work on strengthening your back. Okay. We're going to do a baby cobra head circle. So feet are going to stay on the floor for this. Ear towards your shoulder, come up, ear to the other shoulder, bangs to the floor or forehead to the floor, circling 3 or 4 times in each direction. Don't go very high if it doesn't feel good, but if it does feel good, go ahead and get up there. And change direction. If it hurts to circle, just go up and down. Bend your knees, relax, drop it from side to side. So I know a lot of people don't like this exercise, but we're going to do it anyway. So it's good to examine if you hate an exercise, is it because it's difficult or because it's painful? Like, what are the reasons that, or it's just an awkward position? Notice the reasons you're resistant to it. Maybe they're wise, like maybe you have an injury and you shouldn't do it, or you should adjust it in some other way. So if doing regular Pilates swimming is uncomfortable, take your hands and try and just do your legs. Take your hands by your sides. Otherwise, arms out, legs, here we go. Breathing in for 4 pulses, out for 4 pulses. Long, strong inner body. Deep breath support, deep core support. Good. And I am cramping, so I'm going to stop. Arch it all the way up and then take it into child's pose. Yeah, what is cramping? My foot is cramping. Welcome to over 50, right, for me. And probably too much coffee, not enough water. Release your body. Breathe like a bubble. Fill up and exhale, let it go. So, yeah, so just what I was saying before about doing the poetry, for me, it's like I need ways of finding magic in my life. Sometimes it's playing music with other people, making dances, painting, but sometimes words are really helpful, like just reading someone else's words. I've been reading a lot, and I feel like, oh, it's a big relief from looking at the screen to actually read a book or to look at something and memorize it, to write the words down. And it's something that I don't think we do very much anymore. And humans would benefit from it to spend more time off screen with books. Find books that are magical for you or that are interesting or fascinating and memorize that stuff. Memorization is great for your brain. Onto your elbows, one leg out behind you, kicking the ceiling, especially as we age. 1, 2, 3, 4, really opening to the back space. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, two more, 11, 12. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take it into a forearm plank, push forward and backward. Come into center, one knee to the floor at a time, parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Twisting. 1, try to cross and touch under. 2, butt low. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Knees to the floor. Let's come up. Let's come up onto our knuckles. And then sink down into your shoulders and push through. Sink down, push through. Sink down, push through. Sink down, push through. Fingertips. If you can, circle your body inside of your arms. Arms stay straight. Torso is circling around. Change it so your fingertips are pointing back to you, just up and down, if that is possible. Getting the stretch through the wrist and forearm. If you need to come up a little higher, you could do that or that. Take it down, push weight into your forearms and in and out, massaging through your forearms, getting those little, well, they're not that little, big muscles, and all of that fascia to have some differentiation. So you're going to come in, curl it into a fist, and then lift it, uncurl it, push, peel up, peel down, spiral, peel it in, uncurl, twist, flip it, peel it up, peel it down, roll it, curl it in, curl it out, up and down. If you want to make this harder, try it in a forearm plank. I can push more into my lower wrist when I have my knees on the floor. So it's not always the best to do the thing that seems like it's harder. Sometimes there's a lot to be gained from things that seem easier. All right. Let me just do a time check. What is even happening in the world? And we're getting close to the end. Is there anyone out there in TV land? Hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? And by in there, I mean out there. Oh, there isn't. If you make it to this point and watch the playback, consider donating, buying me a coffee, or becoming a Patreon subscriber. All right, coming onto your backs. We're going to do just a little hamstring work before we're done. I'm going to do it with a block. If you have a block, get a block. If you don't have a block, you could use a folded up towel, anything just to pick your foot up off the floor. As you can see, my block has been abused. This is all the artistic stylings of Squeaky Beaky. Nobody else loves the block like he does, but it has to hide between the couch and something else most of the time, between the couch and the coffee table, so that Squeaky can't get to it. All right, one foot is on the block, the other foot is on the floor. I'm gonna press up, inhale up, exhale down, hips going evenly, pushing, hamstrings and back body working, hamstrings, butt and back, press, lower down, press it up, lower down. You could even use a book, a old-fashioned telephone directory. I think if you're under probably 25, you might not know what that is. Unless you have hoarder family who keep all their stuff and there's like old directories around. Let's press it up. Take your leg up to the ceiling, poke a hole, pointed toes, poking a hole through the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fold it in, take it down. Shift it to the other side. Block is on the other side. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, push through the ceiling, exhale, both hips rising and lowering evenly. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale up and stay, other foot comes up, pointed toes, poking a hole to the ceiling, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down. Push the block away. Get rid of it. Happy baby pose. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your hamstrings. And then you're going to come in, one knee in towards you and the other foot is on the floor. From here, you're going to straighten that leg out. If that feels easy and you want to straighten the bottom leg, go for it. We're going to flex the knee and ankle here and then extend and point. Flex it in. Stretch it out on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Take the leg, cross it over your midline, and then open it out to the side. If your knee is bent, that's fine. You can cross and open. Cross it over. If your knee is bent, the bottom knee, you can turn the bottom knee against the top leg. So it's working to counterbalance what is happening on top. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Bring it in, bend the knee, straighten the bottom leg, spiral and twist. Breathe into your back. Send your kindness and your love into your own body, into your spine. Be kind, especially to yourself. If you can be kind to yourself, it's a lot easier to be kind to other people. If you're ripping yourself apart, it's a lot harder. Just remember that people who are cruel live with that inside of them, and they are doing that to themselves, right? Because people who are cruel, they know inside, right? Other side, it's not like, oh, I'm so nice to myself and I'm mean to everybody else. Whenever I have a bad experience with a person, I always think they have to go home to them. They're with them all the time. They live with that. And then I have some compassion. Straighten the leg out. Flex your knee and ankle. Extend and point. Flex it in. Reach it out. So try not to objectify yourself. Come into sensation. Come into the experience as much as possible. If you're sitting there going, oh, I'm so tight, change it to, I'm stretching. I'm opening up. Change the dialogue. Body knows what's going on. Flex it in. Stretch and reach it out. Flex it in. Reach. Flex it in. Reach and open. Flex it in. Reach it out. From here, we're going to exhale, cross the midline, and then inhale, open it up. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. So I have a lot of flexibility in my hamstrings, in my legs. That is very open for me. I usually don't go to my full extreme. And I feel like because I haven't been stretching at that deep level, parts of my body are getting a little tighter. So I got to do it sometimes so that I can stretch into what moves my inner body. Last one. Bring it in and cross it over. Ah, a nice little adjustment there. Breathe into it. Breathe kindness into your back. Breathe compassion into your hips. Breathe kindness down to your feet. Come back in, especially if you have an injury and you think bad things about it. That's not going to help it heal, right? Think kind things, think loving thoughts, bring the energy into those areas with kindness, with the warmth of love, not anger and hate. Press up your pelvis, shake it out, let it go. Let's just roll forward and backward again for a second. Take it into a plow if that feels good. And then legs out in front of you. Forward fold, hamstring stretch. If your hamstrings are tight, do a little walk forward here, right? Even if you're not that far forward, you will get there because all the tissue is moving. All the tissue is moving in this way. We want to be able to walk without our legs, right? I can walk on my sit bones. I can move my pelvis and walk. So finding that movement also is going to free up your pelvic floor. That's going to be healthy for your gut body, reproductive organs, all that kind of stuff. And then slide your heels in underneath. Take your butt up to the ceiling. Let your head hang down. Shift your weight forwards and backwards again. Remember this from the beginning of class, shifting your weight. You can do it with bent knees or straight legs. If you're pretty tight and your pelvis can't go below, then bend your knees, right? If you can't get past a right angle, if you're up here, bend the knees so that you can go down. I know that's nobody in my Zoom room, but I think some of you out there in the TV world. And then roll it up through your spine, coming all the way up to the top. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out. Shake and bounce. Jump if you can. Tell your bones, get stronger. Tell your joints, it's okay. We're just hydrating. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Bounce, jump. Do some harder things, right? Do some jumping. Stress your bones and muscles enough that they learn to build. Not so much that you're forcing your body into a bunch of stuff and you can't like move for 4 days, but enough that like 1 or 2 days of soreness, really good. We know things are happening then. And I feel like this class is much more of a insurance policy so that you can do everything else. It's not so much building strength, although it might be for you. If you don't do a lot of work, then this will be building. But if you are used to moving a lot and taking a lot of classes and doing a lot of things, this is to keep the body capable, to keep the capacity high to do things, to be available in your body when movement comes up. That's the big spiel. If you have joined this far, bravo, pat yourself on the back. Yes, also soften those shoulders.